He's the best boxer in the world. Terence Crawford.
Yeah! Ryan Garcia, it's pretty clear that he's tangled up.
For you to call yourself a friend, a brother, to watch a man like that self-destruct, what type of friend are you?
You have been shot and you drove yourself to the hospital.
Something was in the water that day.
Something was in your leg that day, too.
That is like the dopest picture and like promo that we've ever done.
Even my kids, because they love Prime, they was just like,
You got a Brian Jane?
I'm about to have a kid.
You got any advice for him?
ooh, he having a daughter, so oof.
Don't say that, bro.
It's different.
Let me ask you something. Is Jake Paul boxing?
Come on, man. You can take the heat. You a wrestler.
Yeah, now two people said turn
I get hot. I get hot. so
WWE
easy. No,
wrestler,
I'll run hot.
Turn that off.
No, wait, hold on.
2 versus 1, and one of them's a boxer, bro.
Hey, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, bro? I'm
He'll
just
show
kidding.
you, bro. You ever heard of whooping feet? You about to find out, bro.
All right, here we are. I'm late. Yeah, I'm late. Terrence was here. He was here. Well, because you live here
Yeah,
and you're from here
for sure.
and you're a professional.
Definitely.
I'm taking notes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. If you're not subscribed, boom, hit that button for me. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house we have, I'm going to say it, he's the best boxer in the world. 2024 SB, best boxer in the world. I didn't introduce him yet.
It's like the lead up. Like everybody gets loud, and then we go crazy
all right.
at the end.
2024 SB, best boxer. He's 40-0, welterweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Crawford.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
For sure.
It is a honor and a pleasure to be in your domain. Thank you for having us here.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for pulling up on me.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry that your team didn't provide you with a better seating arrangement.
No, it's not their fault.
They
don't do shows that we brought the shitty.
He's in a rolly chair.
I've
dude.
never seen something like this before, bro.
Hey,
It's
man.
crazy.
Man, this chair comfortable, man.
And honestly, bro, this environment is fantastic. I'm sick of that sign, dude. We're done with it. We're done with it. I don't like the sign anymore. I'm sorry. It's
Wait, we're like are we done with it in general?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm done with it.
We dropped like 3,300 on that shit.
That is way too expensive.
That's not true. It wasn't that much?
You came to WWE last night in your hometown. What'd you think?
Oh, man, it was awesome. It was a great experience. It was a dream come true for a little kid that grew up watching WWF.
Yeah.
And try to practice all the moves on your cousin.
Yeah.
Your friends and stuff. And
Did your kids enjoy it?
oh, they loved it. They loved it. Every time WWE come to Omaha, they go and support.
You had a squad.
Yeah.
You had an army with you. It's like,
They wasn't gonna let me go without them.
Do you roll that deep all the time? I saw 2 Sprinter vans.
Man,
How many Crawfords are there?
it's a lot.
Yeah, evidently. You have how many kids?
7,
You have the 3 boys I saw last night.
4 boys and 3 girls.
Oh my God.
which ones are more troubling to you?
All of them. They all pick up after each other.
Yeah. How did having kids change your life?
Oh man, it changed my life full term. You know, when I had my first son, I was just so excited and happy. I was just like, man, I ain't kicking it with y'all like that no more. Man.
Right.
Is that the vibe?
Yeah.
Your priorities change, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because the lifestyle I was living, like, you don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow, you know. So it was just like, man, I got something to live for now.
Can you talk about that lifestyle you were living? Because I actually just got informed the other day after the attempted assassination on President Trump that you too have been shot and you drove yourself to the hospital and waited like 5 hours before they even saw you.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. Something was in the water that day because there was a lot of
Something
people.
was in your leg that day too. Where'd you get hit?
In the neck.
Oh yeah, that's
got
a
hit.
bad
In the
spot,
neck.
dude.
I got
That's
hit
a rough spot to get hit, dude.
in the bottom of the head, you know, but it was more people in the ER with more severe injuries than I had.
What can be more severe than that?
It was so many people coming to the ER, man, like jacked up from all different kinds of stuff.
Some was
They
in
just
the
like,
water.
well, theirs is life threatening. You're gonna be all right. we're gonna hold off.
That was here in Omaha?
Yeah.
Does Omaha get down a little bit? Like, is there like some rough spots?
Man, you in one of them.
Right. Oh, right now?
North Omaha,
Oh, yeah?
definitely.
I'll take this off.
So okay, so
Neil,
then,
you want to? I put this on today, thinking I was taking a risk, but yeah, I'll just
dude, we're okay. We're fine in here, bro. What the hell are they going to do in front of Terrence?
It's cool.
That's
man.
true. I feel like we're with you. We're okay.
North Omaha cool, but you know it has its ups and downs, and pretty much people don't bother people they don't know too much, but it's all about personal beef.
Who shot you? Should we go get him?
I don't know who shot me.
Oh, you still don't know?
No interest in pursuing them?
Not at all.
Hitting him with a little 1, 2, 3
Yeah, he's gonna box him. Yes, exactly.
challenge
Right.
to a duel.
Boxing bullets.
Well, what did happen? Like this, I guess going back to the question is this lifestyle you were living that you're saying.
Man, it's behind me now, so I really too much don't care to talk about it.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, my life has changed dramatically. I'm in a way different mental space. I'm a different person, and on top of that, like God has blessed me with a second chance, second, third chance. So, you know, I just like to be more positive and look towards the future than to look in the rear view.
I love that. Do you have any vices? Like last night I drove across state lines here to Iowa to gamble at the Harris Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was man, gambling in Iowa is very different than gambling in Vegas.
I assume you won.
I did, yeah. I had a little come up. It wasn't very much.
How much? Couple hundred?
It was like a couple thousand. It was
We'll
decent,
take
but
that.
I know. But you do any of that type of stuff? You like
I don't
to
gamble.
Nothing? No.
I'm kind of like a lame man. I don't gamble, I don't party, I don't drink, I ain't never smoke, or nothing.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
though.
it was just always.
It's all bad for you, bro.
I've never met a person who is the best in the world at what they do that does do that stuff.
Right.
They're siloed.
Well,
Oh, Mike Tyson was pretty.
I was just about to say,
He's not the best in the world.
Not right
and
now.
and he has 5 losses.
He was.
only person I can
Bro, don't-
honestly say besides the partying was Floyd Mayweather because he didn't drink or smoke.
Nothing.
Yep.
He'll party, but he'll go run 6 miles after he'll party at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And then
Yeah, but party sober as well. I never understood that. I have a hard time being social if I'm not at least like drinking.
have you tried roller skating?
Is you comfortable?
That's Floyd's favorite thing.
He loves
He
that.
loves roller skating, dude.
I do too.
Do you skate?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, can you do like
I ain't
moves
the
and
best.
shit?
I ain't the best.
Oh, really?
I can skate
Yeah.
backwards and forward.
Oh, that's impressive.
Got it.
So you said you can't be social without having a drink. So my question to you is you comfortable in your own skin?
For sure. My issue is I don't like people.
Right.
I in my aging, I noticed that I like people less. I think because like I have my friends now in my circle and just my people that I love and I trust. And I think I've also been like bit too many times and just like betrayed, stabbed in the back. And now I have just a nasty taste in my mouth about people. And I think I've become jaded to social groups because it's like, what am I doing here? What am I actually doing here? Is it for fun? I have fun hanging out with Mike and listening to him the app. I have fun making jokes with my fiance and messing around the house. And like you mentioned earlier, like I'm about to have a kid. You know, my priorities are going to totally shift when that baby girl comes. Are you gonna catch me out, like hanging out?
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with you people. I got a daughter. You know.
You got any advice for him on the first kid?
Yeah, help.
Ooh, he having a daughter, so oof.
Don't say that, bro.
It's different.
What?
It's different. Like my first daughter, like she like ripped my heart out my chest.
That's what everybody
Like
says.
still to this day, it's like you can't tell him no. It's like your son, you can push him down, be like, man, watch out, little dude.
I see you do that to your son. Yes, not push him down, but he was saying something like, "Nah, bro, chill."
Yeah. But your daughter is just like, she looking at you with them puppy eyes. You like, oh, all right, give it to her.
So funny. I'm like coming up with like parenting tactics in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna raise her like this, and then I know this is gonna happen.
She's gonna raise you, bro.
gonna.
Oh, they definitely get bossy, and it's And it's something different than with a young boy. A boy, you know what I mean, you feel like you the boss. But then when that girl started getting that attitude and started talking back and started talking to you, you'd be like, all right, I think she's in charge right now.
I'm fine with that. I mean, 7 kids is a lot. Is part of you love being a dad? You like the idea of a legacy. You like the idea or the feeling that children give you. They perhaps give you a sense of purpose. I know that's why a lot of people procreate. You know, they say it's one of the best things you can do as a human.
Yeah, I love all of it. I love everything about being a father. You know, I wanted the big family. So my goal was to just keep shooting them out.
Yeah,
you
did.
know, and
mission accomplished.
You know, as a single son, I had 2 older sisters. I hated it. Like, man, I ain't got no brothers to grow up with. I ain't got no, you know, road dog, but my cousins, and they got to go home sometimes. They'll spend the night, but, you know, it's different. Like, I wanted my kids to grow up and have each other. Like, y'all don't need no friends because friends change like the weather, you know, but your family, they're going to always be there for you no matter what, win, lose, or draw. So I just always wanted to have a big family to where everybody can have each other when somebody is lacking something or somebody needs somebody to call on, call your brother, call your sister, you know, and it keep you young too, you know, chasing your little babies around and doing things with them and going places with them, experiencing life outside of your daily job and, you know, just having fun with them is a blessing.
Man, that's a strong case, dude. You got me thinking about it now. Maybe not. Something I am thinking about is August 3rd. Eddie Hearn is saying that the biggest night of boxing America's ever seen about this card.
Yes.
Why? He said there's so much depth to the card.
I think the reason why everyone is saying this is the biggest card because you got probably 4 fights that can be main events and its own card separately, all on one card.
Yep.
So when you bring a lot of talent to one card that has never been done before, everybody's excited about it.
You get nervous anymore?
I get nervous all the time. I was nervous yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just handed Cody a chair.
Yeah, I was nervous doing the warm-ups. I was nervous through the whole thing.
You can't tell.
Until I walked out.
Yeah.
Once I started walking out, it was like, all right, this your time.
Well, you have such a chill demeanor. You know, you're kind of hard to read. And I imagine if you're boxing you, it's got to be like pretty scary.
Undefeated.
Well, you I see you vibing before, and then there's a moment where you like lock in to what's about to be done, and you have to be pretty confident at this point. You know, no losses. Like statistically, it's impossible to beat you.
Well, you know, I've been working my tail off since I was 7 years old in multiple sports. So being undersized and going against bigger guys, taller guys, stronger guys, your whole life, you tend to have that chip on your shoulder that I'm gonna outwork you. Just because you're bigger than me, that don't mean you better, or that don't mean you're gonna win. So coming up, I had to always do the extra. I had to always go the extra mile. I always had to go the hardest because I was the smallest. I didn't start growing until I was in the 11th grade, you know, and here I am now doing the same thing in the sport of boxing, always being the guy that they say, oh, he's too small, or he's too little, or he's not strong enough, or he's not this, he's not that. And I still carry that chip on my shoulder.
Are they still saying that after the last fight? I feel like that's quieted down a little bit.
Well, you know, they still saying it today. You know, I'm fighting the guy that's naturally a bigger guy.
Yep.
I'm moving up in weight. Never been to this weight before. He's massive. You know, he's a threat. And everybody is curious how many steps I can climb without hitting that wall. You know, coming from 135 to 154 is a big jump.
Big jump.
That's 4 weight classes. So everybody just excited and want to tune in just to see how well I'm going to perform in this weight division.
When I watch you, you look like a tactician. Like you are such a skilled boxer. How much of you fights from the idea that you're playing chess with your fists? You want to be strategic and outsmart your opponent, exploit their weaknesses, and utilize your strengths. And how much of you it has that Mike Tyson kind of killer energy? You know, like I'm gonna flip the switch and I am aiming to hurt you very badly.
I think a little bit of both. You know, sometimes I get in there and I be technical and try to figure a guy out and see where I can land my openings at. And sometimes I might just be like, all right, let me go try to knock this dude's head off.
Yeah.
My coach maybe have to calm me down or tell me that's not the fight that we want to fight. But, you know, sometimes you get in that groove and it's no turning back. It's me or you.
I don't like see that in you though. That's you're so nice and like soft spoken and like you again, you look so calm all the time. And then you just get in this ring and like something happens. You know? and people say for me, like one of the critiques about me versus my brother, because you know, people always compare us, is like they say that he has that killer instinct. And I have it. I just don't think it's as easy for me to like summon as Jake. Like he has it right on the surface. He wants to kill people, like everybody. And I just wonder how important that is in boxing.
It's very important, you know.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm 0-15.
0-17.
to have that fire in your stomach to where you at that point of time you really don't care.
Yeah.
If you hurt him or not. You want to hurt him because you want to win that bad. And you understand that it's a fight and they want to do the same to you.
Yeah.
So there's no friends in boxing. There's no friends in the ring. You know, you might have friends outside the ring, but once you step in that ring, your life is on the line.
Yeah.
You know, one punch can end your career. So you don't want to go in there playing around. You don't want to go in there not taking things serious because serious things can happen. There's a lot of fighters that's suffering today from trauma that they experienced in the ring 20 years ago. And that's just catching up to them. So going in the ring and in a boxing match, you typically don't leave the ring the same.
How can you?
You can't.
Yeah.
When you're getting punched in the brain, when the brain is not made to be punched on
repeatedly,
you know, you're gonna have some type of damage, whether you see it today or not, or whether you feel like, oh, I'm good. Like you'll notice it years down the line.
So look, what you just said is a sacrifice that I'm not super willing to make, which I think is why I've chosen to let my brother be the boxer in the family. He's obviously like better at it than I am, and I can do it, but I really believe that the one asset that I do have is my brain. And I think I kind of just decided that I don't want to like take that damage and potentially suffer those long-term consequences that you get from boxing. That's a decision that you obviously had to make at some point. And it's not like you're so good that you're not taking extreme amounts of damage, but at what point did you decide, I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna risk my physical health, my mental health, my brain, you know, the organ that controls my body, because this is the career I want to do because I love it.
Whew, man, boxing chose me. When I was a little kid, my dad used to always tell me I was $1 million baby. I came out with my hands balled up, mean as ever. You know, I started boxing at 7. I didn't have no other outlet. I never was good in school. I was too short for basketball. I was too little for football. I didn't like wrestling like that. So it's like, okay, another thing that I'm good at, that I can fight people my size, my weight, is boxing. So when I came back to boxing in 2002, I was very serious about it. I won the nationals and started traveling the world and just fell in love with the sport. You know, at first I was boxing because that was something to do. I didn't have nothing to do. I love fighting. So the owner of the gym will rally all the little kids up in the neighborhood in a van and take us to the gym, and we'll box and we'll go sell raffle tickets. And they had talent shows down there and sing and dance. And it was a community center where we can just go and hang out and have something to do. When I came back, it was a totally different mindset. I was serious about it. I was focused. Traveling the world made me open up my eyes to where I was like, man, I can take this farther than where I'm at now. I probably can be a professional boxer. And at that time, my first dream was just to be a champion, be the first champion from Omaha, Nebraska. And I secured that in 2014.
I felt bad after I asked you yesterday. We were in that arena. I was like, "You ever perform here, man?" You're like, "Bro,
Sell this place out all the time.
it's my home." I should have realized. So how did I feel like for people who are ultra successful in their vertical, they reach a point where eventually they have it all. You know, you have the money, you have the fame, you're the best. How do you stay on the right path? Because we've seen it time and time and time again, especially with athletes. Because when you're on top, you start really feeling like the king of the world, and you can exercise that power, whether it's access, women, cars, and anything that makes you feel and look cool, drinking, partying. You know, why did you stay on that right path, and how?
Because I'm a type of person that looks at history. When I'm in the sport, I just look at all the people that came before me and the things that they did that was
Stupid.
something that led them to be in a situation that they in now. And I just always told myself, like, I'm not gonna be like him. I'm not gonna be like him. I'm not gonna be like him. I'm gonna invest my money. I'm gonna save my money. I can have fun after my career. But right now it's grind time. You know, I was talking to this guy in school. I forgot his name. And he always said, we have a choice whether we want to live and party and have fun now when you're younger or when you're older. You got to decide which one. Because if you have fun and party and do all the things when you're young, you're gonna be working when you're older. Or do you want to?
It's like a weird like catch-22 though, because if you don't do it when you're younger, some of the other factors in life, such as children and marriage and work and all those things, might prevent you from doing it when you're older. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, I feel like, choose to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
For me, like, I just made it an all life thing, like my whole time. I didn't just choose one or the other. I just you got it.
That's his life.
And I'm on a side quest, bro. I don't even have a mission, bro. I'm just out here in Iowa.
And one in the
Well, right now I'm in Nebraska, but last night I was in Iowa.
And in some point of time, you're gonna have to make a sacrifice.
For sure.
You're gonna have to grind.
Yeah.
I don't care who you is, what you do, how powerful you is. But if you ask any successful person, they didn't sacrifice their family, their time, their energy into their craft. I don't care if you Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, those guys, they probably, you know, have different relationship with their kids because they put their job and their business
Everything
first.
Elon Musk sleeps in his office still on a tiny couch.
And he's got like 11 kids.
Yeah.
And I would never want to live like that. You know, I would want to have
Balance.
the time with my kids that I have. I never miss anything. I don't care if I'm in training camp training for Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. If my kid's having a birthday, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm coming back, but I'm leaving. I'm going to be there because my kids is gonna always remember that dad was always there no matter what.
Do you try to instill that focus and work ethic onto any of the younger guys in your you know, in your discipline? Because, you know, we look at a really popular story right now of someone like a Ryan Garcia who, you know, has a ton of promise, a ton of potential, but it's pretty clear that he's tangled up in some evils and some demons right now. Do you ever try to reach out to people like that and kind of set them straight?
No, not really. You know, I don't have a relationship with them like that. So that's not my place. That's the guys that's around them. For you to call yourself a friend, a brother, a cousin, to watch a man like that self-destruct, what type of friend are you?
100%.
You know, anything that I do that's gonna challenge me to anything negative or lead me down the wrong path, there's not one person in my camp right now that wouldn't grab me and be like, hey, you ain't doing that. Or, nah, they ain't. Or don't say that. Or, man, take that down. You know what I mean? You tripping. You know what I mean? Like, whether I agree with them or not, it's an argument with them because they care about me so much. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to take the fire because you wrong and I'm going to tell you wrong and I'm not going to let you be wrong because I love you that much that if you're going to fight somebody, you're going to fight me over this right now. And that's everybody in my camp, no matter who it is.
Does that happen often, or is your conviction so strong that for the most part, like when you say I want Canelo,
right?
I really want Canelo. I can do this. Is there anybody in the camp that would say like you're not ready for this or anything like that, or do they for the most part do they trust your conviction on pretty much everything?
Of course, they trust me, but at the same time, you know, they want to give me the right criticism. Like, now, that's a big boy. He's strong. You know, you box good. You can do this. You got this over him. You're going to have to tighten up this. You're going to have to do this. You know, it's a conversation. It's not just, oh, man, you will whoop his ass. You will do this to him. It's never like
yes,
that.
man type
You know
stuff.
what I mean? It's like, hey, listen, you know, that's a dangerous fight, you know, but
that's the fight.
If it happened, you know, you can win, but you're going to have to be on your A game.
So are you like, in your mind, I'm sure you take every fight individually and you're looking at this fight on August 3rd, you know, that's the only fight you're looking at. But in a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
Never.
Okay.
Never. I don't look at fights as stepping stones because it's about now.
Yep.
I might not wake up tomorrow, you know, so I don't never like to think ahead. You know, my main focus is August 3rd. I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israil Madrimov.
Another guy on the card, Andy Ruiz Jr., he had originally been a pretty like staunchly against the idea of you and Canelo, and now has like since kind of done this like about face and is like, dude, like this is his time. This is Crawford's time to match up. What's your relationship like with Andy? Do you guys speak at all?
Oh, me and Andy is cool. You know, we was once promoted by the same promoter.
Yep.
Andy fought on a couple of my undercards. He actually fought on one of my undercards here in Omaha. So I'm very familiar with Andy. My family know Andy. He's always been a good person, and I wish him nothing but success.
Why do they call you Bud?
My mom named me that when I couldn't even remember. I was a little kid. She said people was calling me Spud when I was a little kid. She was like, no, I'll call him Bud. Because how you get Bud out of Terrence?
Yeah, everyone started calling you T-Bud. I was like,
Yeah.
T-Bud. It's cool. Yeah, everyone, you're Bud.
Yeah.
I don't got a nickname. They call me Logs.
And who calls you that?
Who named you that?
No, like Nina will say like Logs or Logs.
Okay.
Yeah, people
My-
used.
my-
I feel like
my
people
mom and
used to
dad.
say it more. when
Logs.
they do
Your mom and dad?
logs.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
weird one.
a little
it's
bit.
a piece of wood.
I like what you were saying earlier about the people around you. It is such a blessing to have that type of group, because especially when there's someone who's successful, like kind of at the center of it, it oftentimes you'll be surrounded by people who just aim to please. You know, we call them yes men. And I'm happy for you that it sounds like have had those people around you for a while, because it took me a minute, man. It took me a minute to get like the group I have now, and someone like the guy you mentioned earlier is like, it's not always easy to find your people, you know, and stick with them. Like that's definitely one of the probably biggest blessings you've had. It's
hard.
And it's hard. You just don't know who to trust. And I'm sure you've had people let you down. I'm sure you've had to let people go, move on, and find like working relationships with these people. You are like, at least what I tell people, like the best in the world. Do your kids know that? Do they like know like how good you are at what you do? And are you like a hero to them?
Oh, of course. You know, especially my boys. You know, they YouTube everything.
Yeah, they asked me to call Speed and Kai Cenat 40 times yesterday. That's what you told them to chill on. Yeah, he's like, please call Speed.
They YouTube everything, and they do it so much I get mad. Like, man, turn off YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, do something else. Go outside, go pick up a book or something.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think they know to a certain extent, but I don't know how big they think it is.
Because they're still young.
Yeah. Because sometimes I got to remind myself, like, I just walk around. I'm a normal person in my eyes. That's how I stay humble. You know, I don't go Uber Eats. I don't
look at the cherry right now.
Ask people to
wait, hold on. What's wrong with Uber Eats?
No. I'm just saying. Anything I do, I'd go do it myself.
You go get it.
You won't get Uber Eats?
No, I'm saying I don't have Uber Eats.
No way.
I go out to eat.
He's about to get a sponsorship.
Postmates? Nothing.
Nah, nothing.
That's humble.
What's your favorite food?
That's humble.
What do you like to eat?
I like pasta.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's good for going up weight classes.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That'll help you.
Yeah, but anything I do, like, I don't send somebody to the store with a grocery list. Like, I'm always in the grocery store. So, like,
what is it about Omaha that does that? You look at the biggest story out of Omaha and humility of all time, Warren Buffett, who, like, this dude has, like, classically always been so humble. They asked him like what credit card he carries, and it was just like that green American Express card, like the most basic edition. You know, chill houses, chill steak houses, like we were talking about earlier. What is it about Omaha? Is it like how you're raised here? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I think it's how we raised, and you know, not getting too caught up in the hype. You know, all those things that people do and whatnot is for attention. Like, you not different than me. Our bank accounts may be different, but I'm no different than you. I bleed just like you. I'm a regular person just like you. And if I walk down the street and I don't have no followers, and you walk down the street and you don't have no followers or cameras around you, what makes you different than me?
You could beat the shit out of anyone.
Listen, just because I'm a professional boxer, that doesn't mean I can beat the shit out of everyone. There's some people that's walking on the street that probably whoop my ass.
Like with different
I'm just
disciplines?
saying.
Like MMA maybe?
No, I'm just saying, just a regular Joe Blow. You never know. It only take one punch. It only take one punch.
One lucky punch.
You know, and it's some people that just got brute strength from birth.
Like Neil.
You know what I mean?
Look at the size of that guy.
He's big and from the UK.
Yeah.
And he gets hangry.
But it's things like that. Like, you gotta watch out.
But you're also just not a boxer, dude. You've crossed over. You're a hybrid. You're a man of culture. I gotta ask you about this K-Dot mention. I have to, bro. Like, walk me through this. So, like, you wake up one day and you're just in the middle of the biggest hip hop beef in over 20 years. Like, how did that happen?
I woke up to like 20, 30 messages. Like, did you hear that? Did you K-Dot? Turn this on. Turn this on. I'm like, what is y'all talking about? I'm listening.
He's Terrence Thorne. I'm Terence Crawford, man. I'm whipping feet.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know?
That's cool, man.
It ain't the first time I've been in a song and whatnot. So
But that's a song.
I was just like, oh, that's cool, you know. I appreciate the support. You know, that just lets me know on another scale how far I done came, you know, to where these big artists started noticing me. Well, they been noticing me because every place that I ever been to, people that I'm fans of knew who I was and was fans of me. And it was just like, dang.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to like basketball games, seeing Ice Cube, seeing Iverson and you know, Dr. Dre and like everybody, I'm just like, whoa, this dude a fan of me? Like, I'm a fan of you, but you a fan of me, and you know me just like I know you. And people have pulled me to the side like, dude, you the LeBron James of boxing. Like, you
100%.
on that level. Like, there's levels in each and every sport. So when we talking basketball, you got the Currys, the LeBron James at the top of the food chain in NBA. When you're talking football, you got the Mahomes, the Tom Brady's, and all those great football players. You right up there with the Tom Brady's and Mahomes and you Mayweather and Mike Tyson them. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like it sometimes because I'm just so humble and I just carry myself in a different way than all those greats did because they had the big entourages. You know, they had the expensive cars and want to rock the jewelry and the girls around them and just so much bling to them. And here I am. I'm just so cool, chill, mellow. I'm like, I'm just me, you know?
Just getting your own pasta.
Yeah, so sometimes I just
at the grocery store.
At the
He
grocery
said,
store.
like, bro, if you're shopping at a grocery store, you just look to the left and there's Terence Crawford
With his cart,
With his
grabbing
cart.
a head of lettuce, throwing it in his cart.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
So that was the line after that, by the way, was like, because was in the beginning of the saga, right? This was like song 2, maybe, or some whatever. And he was like, this ain't personal, it's a friendly fate. Let's try to keep it that way, right? And that was the next line in the song. Do you think Drake should have listened to him?
I don't know, man. Drake is a great artist. Kendrick is a great artist. I'm the type of person that I was raised mind your business.
Yep.
You know, that's between two grown men. Whatever they got going on, it's not my business. I don't comment on it. I don't reply on it. And I just let it be.
So you're not warming up to Not Like Us? Because I see a lot of people, like I think Drake is going to come back very soon. And he's going to be very angry at a lot of people because there's been a lot of videos of people warming up. LeBron singing every lyric to Not Like Us. LeBron, Drake loves you. He loves you. Now,
it's a great song. It's a hype song. I don't think Drake can take it personal because in the hip hop industry, it's a catchy song. You know, I'm pretty sure we all then, you know, got hyped on the song. You know I have, you know, but I don't have no ill will feelings towards Drake or anything like that. I think he's a great artist, but you can't knock the song. It's catchy and it's hot right now.
I'm still in LA, and for LA, it's a moment, like a real moment in like hip hop history right now in LA. It was an important moment, a big moment. Did you know what whooping feet was? Was that a term that you would use? Nah, right. Did you go straight from like those text messages right over to like Urban Dictionary?
I was just like, man, whooping feet.
It's LA shit.
What does that mean?
It means just beat somebody's ass out their shoes.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, that's.
I didn't know either. I had to look it up myself, dude.
Beat somebody up, but I figured that.
Yeah.
You know, when you say, I'm whooping feet, I'm like, all right, well, why you say whooping feet?
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
but we definitely smashing people.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, your humility is
Crazy.
It's crazy. I want to say it's inspiring. I just don't think I'm capable of it. I don't think I'm capable. Look, I got a match on August 3rd as well. I'm gonna be humble about it. I'm gonna beat LA Knight's ass, you know, in Cleveland, my hometown. and the way especially you've infiltrated culture like we're talking about is I think a sign of how dedicated you are to your craft. You got so good at something, it was forced to captivate people. You know, like, man, something came across my desk one day. I don't have a desk because I'm a YouTuber, but my proverbial desk, and we got the opportunity to sponsor Terence Crawford with Prime. I'm like, how? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
It's immediate, yes, right? And then we got our assets, we got you the chain, and I'm watching the fight that night, and here's Eminem. Eminem's walking you out. I'm like, Jesus, you have infiltrated culture in such a fascinating way, considering how like humble and low key you are. But it's so cool because it's indicative of the idea that if you just stay in your lane and put your head down and make that commitment to become the best at what you do, you will get recognized. You don't have to have all the bravado and the flashy and the cars and everything to be respected by people who are also great. And I'm sure you've had many moments now that you've mentioned where these people are acknowledging you, and it's just like when you're walking out, and Eminem, like one of the greatest rappers of all time, is singing next to, like, what's going through your mind? Do you understand how cool that is? Like, as a fan of you and Eminem, to see that happening.
Definitely, you know, that was one for the ages. Definitely history in the making, you know. But I was always told I don't have a personality. I was always told that I can't sell. I was always told so many negative things along the way to the top. But my thing was always, why do I gotta change who I am to be something that I'm not? I'm real, I'm authentic. I don't wanna be like this guy. I don't wanna be like that guy. I wanna be like me. Why is it that when black fighters come on the scene, they gotta act out of character? Why they just can't be a cool guy or mellow guy or a guy that stands on business and morals and who he really is? I'm excited in the ring, you know, so I don't have to have this extra curricular things going on outside of the ring to bring attention to me in the ring. Now, if you my promoter, you supposed to promote me. My job is to go out there and knock heads off.
Whoop feet.
You know, your job is to promote me. But when you look at the numbers and you see the things that I have accomplished, you can't say I can't sell. Because the guys that you promoting, I'm selling 10 times more than they is, but you promoting them, but you saying that I need to start doing more promoting, and they can't even speak English. Yeah. So it'd be hard sometimes, but I took it on the chin. Everything came full circle and everything happened for a reason, and I'm just so happy that it happened the way it did because it's part of my story.
It's admirable, man. Like you didn't sacrifice your identity to sell your soul, you know. And you know, I can't say the same. Take it away, Illuminati bots. No, I'm just kidding. But no, in a sense, like when I was growing up and I wanted to like be great, whatever that meant for like a kid who liked making videos, I definitely, at least in my early 20s, would try to like emulate people that I thought were like cool and had the things that I wanted. And it wasn't until I was 26 where I like kind of found myself and I realized like, okay, I can probably just be myself, and that's enough.
Yes.
And that revelation, man, I hope everyone eventually reaches it, because it's such an amazing feeling to just be who you are and be confident in that and in your own skin. And we sit with a lot of people. You're very unique in your humility and ability. Like the reason why you don't have to go out there and do the Conor McGregor bravado is because you are so good at your craft.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you dedicated yourself to. And I'm telling you, you know this, it's just unique.
Yeah.
It's just unique.
There's also like a movement right now, strangely, like that coincides like perfectly from a timing standpoint with what you're doing for this more conservative, morally driven, you know, return of religion to social media and to from a promotional capability standpoint. My whole life, ever since I grew up watching rock stars, hip hop stars, athletes, driving Mercedes, surrounded by you know, tons of chicks, throwing money in the club, all that shit. That was the only way. That was the only way. There was very few people like you. Like, but right now at this moment, your major part of like your come up is kind of really coinciding with this new conservative movement. And I think that's going to help you a lot. I think there's a lot of people out there who enjoy the idea of there being a morally focused, you know, family focused champion in the world. So I think now is the perfect time for you to be at the top of the world.
Yeah, you gotta think, you know, trendsetter. You look at one individual and you see the type of things that they doing, and you say, all right, well, where they get it from? And then you look at where they got it from, and then you be like, all right, well, he started that. So if he wouldn't have never started it, then it probably wouldn't be so popular, you know. But going around acting like something that you're not, in my eyes, in my mind, could lead you into a lot of trouble, because now you got to spend all this money on all these securities, and now people don't like you. People hate you just by you putting on an act in the show. It may not even be for real. You know, you just trying to, you know, market yourself in a way to where people want to pay to see you lose, or people just want to tune in because you got a big mouth or whatever, but you don't know how personal one may be taking it. So you got to protect yourself from people you don't even know, and people shooting at you, like not literally shooting at you, but shooting at you on social media. They coming at you and your family, and
I feel like you're just describing me and my brother.
yeah, it's just a hassle. You know, you don't want that negative attention. And then, you know, let's say when it's all said and done, you know, something happened to you. You know, how you gonna deal with, you know, some negative attention? Like, say if you lose, or now you gotta deal with that. You know, mentally, physically, emotionally. It's just, in my mind, I'll be like, man, that would be draining, because now all the people that was following you when you was on top, they all gone. It happens all the time. When you look at all these athletes that put on this big
show,
this big costume,
right?
I'm gonna call it costume because it's not them.
Yeah.
All these people around them, everybody love them when they winning, but then when they lose, you start seeing people do this, and then next thing you know, they find themselves in a dark hole because they by themselves, and now they gotta go get help. Now they going to drugs or alcohol to consume they trauma from having the world in their hands, and now they don't have nothing, you know. And me, if everybody around me was to go, I'd be comfortable with my family. I'm cool because I never had all the extras around me in the first place.
Such an important lesson. I think humility and just and also just like every time you put on that costume that you're talking about, you talk about yourself in a crazy way. It sells fights as a cheat code, right? It's a cheat code. McGregor gets people excited. But man, that's just setting an expectation that you might not always hit. And if you just stay humble and keep working and keep winning without all of that sideshow bullshit, which is what you've done, it just seems like a more, you know, sustainable effort towards success than that craziness setback. Crazy.
Yeah,
you know
if you're the best.
If you're the best.
That's
Otherwise you gotta fake it.
Well, you're
They gotta fake
overcompensating.
it.
You're overcompensating.
Exactly. They gotta do
Yeah,
it.
you have to.
Yeah.
And you know, that's That's the name of the game. You splurge on anything? Like you got a cool car or something? Nice house? Pool? You got pool?
Something.
I'm building a house right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So it'll be done in October, November.
In this, we don't have to say where, but in the general area. Yeah. Will you always stay around here?
I always have a house here, yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere else you really like going to?
I like Colorado Springs. I got a house in Colorado.
Actually?
That's awesome.
Why? How did you?
I just think it's just so peaceful.
It's insane. It's so beautiful.
Wake up in the morning, you see the deers and, bears come in my garage and open my refrigerator and steal watermelon and
oh my God.
food and stuff like that. Like you may see a little bobcat across the street and things like that. I just think it's just so peaceful, the nature, and like I love that type of thing.
You like nature a lot? Yeah. Because I just went to a place this past week.
He won't shut up about this.
I just went to a place this past week called Banff. In Canada. It's outside Calgary.
You brought up at dinner 5 times just.
Are you gonna go? By the way, are you gonna go to Banff?
Stop asking me if I'm gonna go to Banff. I'm
gonna
go.
Craziest place I've ever seen. The water was like, see the color of his shirt?
Yeah.
That's what the water looks like there. It's the craziest thing. It was so beautiful. You gotta go to Banff, dude. You gotta go. Dude, I'm sorry, man.
I'll go to Banff.
I know.
Okay, so you got a house. What car you drive?
I drive a 24 GMC 2500.
SUV?
Truck. That's a
pickup
truck. Yeah.
That feels like a solid vehicle.
Yeah.
You don't like any like sports cars?
I got a Demon. I got a
Oh
G-Wagon.
yeah.
You do wheelies?
Got a Monte Carlo.
Can you do a wheelie?
Yeah.
I
got dirt bikes.
Sharp.
I got 4-wheelers.
Sharp. Yeah. Okay. Just be careful on those.
Got boats.
Well, what else you got, man?
Yeah, but they're all cute. But they're all like, you don't have no foreigns. Like it's all American made. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Right? You're just a classic American man that just wants to fight and be humble.
I got all these cars and I don't even drive them. I drive that truck. That's my everyday car.
Let me ask you something. Is Jake Paul boxing?
Yes.
I think that answer will shock a lot of people.
Well, what did you ask him in the right way?
No.
Not like is he actively boxing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, did he just answer an objective question?
He's boxing. At first I was against it, and I was just like, man, this dude, because I've been following y'all with the backyard, boxing gloves and stuff like that. So when people was coming at you and your brother negative about boxing, I'm like, man, them dudes just, using their YouTube status to come in boxing and make all this money, and you got all these boxers that's been doing it their whole life that doesn't even make close to what they making. I said, I think it's disrespectful to us in the game, but after watching them and seeing the seriousness that he's taken to actually train and like put the focus and attention into sports, I'm like, yeah, man, this dude really getting better. Like he really can fight. And then his last fight, I was there ringside, in Puerto Rico, because we had the convention. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, this dude can punch with that right hand. And I'm like, man, he ain't just no regular.
Something changed.
Yeah, like when you see it firsthand, like he ain't fighting no killer, but for him, it's stepping stones just like any other fighter.
Yep.
Like a lot of people want Jake Paul to just go in there and fight Alexander Usyk, but no, you got to work your way up, and that's what he's doing. And when I seen him fight live, I gained way more respect for him than I already had.
He has a fight tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna be flying there after this. We have a send off for you, right?
Yeah,
little hometown send off that should be fun. And then we're flying to Tampa to see my brother fight Mike Perry. And people are saying that some people are like, this guy's a beast. He's an animal. He's Jake's toughest opponent yet. I'll be shocked if it goes past 3 rounds. I think
even if he's not a beast, he is his toughest opponent yet, right?
He's tough.
No,
in that way,
but not even tough. He's his toughest opponent.
No,
Who was?
I have to imagine Anderson Silva was probably. He's good, man. Anderson.
How old was Silva when he fought Jake?
I don't know.
Because Perry's what, 30?
I don't know, but it's
how old is Perry?
33, I think. But it's what he said. It's like Jake has to be strategic about his path in boxing,
sure.
and he is. He's doing two things that are really impressive. I think I'm biased, but he's making a fantastic living. He's making money by selling fights and convincing people to watch him and tune in. And he's fighting people that every time there is a percentage of people that think he's going to lose.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. Like I don't think there's been one fight where everyone's like, Jake Paul is guaranteed to win, you know? And then hopefully, at least his goal is to be the best in the world, to be a champion like you one day. And man, you mentioned it. He puts in the work. It is all he does.
Actually.
Actually.
Yeah.
And something changed. You mentioned something changed. We're like, man, I be watching him hit the bag now, and like, he's really a boxer. And I think tonight against Mike Perry, we'll see how this ages. I think people are going to see a side of Jake Paul they didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Because in his last fight, the one you were at, I don't know what happened there. You didn't really get to see much. You know, you saw him swinging, but the guy kind of like ducked and kind of fell.
You felt that power.
Yeah. Well, I think because Mike Perry is tough, you know, Milton, my coach always says like, we love fighting tough guys because you ain't gonna let you hit them, and then they're gonna get damaged like repeatedly a lot. And I think it's gonna be a devastating knockout.
Yeah.
If I could bet, I'd bet on better. If I could bet.
Wow.
I guess I can.
Yeah, you can.
I can because it's in Florida.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going to?
I would if I could, yeah. But
After sitting with him, I don't want to do any of that type of stuff. I'm
Yeah,
reformed, bro. I'm trying to go to tomorrow Sunday. We could probably find a church in Florida to go to.
I'll go to a church.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, I brought you your prime chain.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No way. No
They
way.
called me. They're like, yo, we need you to go out to, because I live in LA. They were like, I need you to get on a plane. You got to go to JSX. You got to bring him this prime chain. I'm like, bro, I don't even work for Prime.
Yeah.
I don't have why are you doing this? They're like, well, here's the thing. We'll get you floor seats. We'll give you 10 grand. I was like, when's my flight? When do I leave, bro? And I made it. When I tell you, I walked in, I gave it to, I think it might have been like your sister, maybe, I think.
My assistant.
Okay, handoff. Within 2 seconds, you're walking out. Like, I just made it, bro. And it was like front and center on every picture.
Yeah, I got to thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
That is like the dopest picture and like promo that we've ever done. Like as a person, like I'm just trying to build a business, man. Like you really put us on, and like we appreciate the fuck out of it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So thank you, bro. Like with you, Mahomes, Durant, Holland, all the soccer teams we've signed,
All stars.
Max Park, Rubik's Cube, Gene,
Shakur
Stevenson, bro. It's like the lineup is. We got the Avengers. We got the Avengers of athletes.
Yeah, it was dope. Everybody, even my kids, because they love Prime, they was just like, you got a Prime chain? You get to keep the chain? Where the chain at?
No way.
I'm like, man, I had to give it back.
Yeah, because there was the big one.
Yeah, so
that one's like, I think like 50, 75K. That one's up there.
Yeah, so when
we should give it to you though.
No, 100 for what came out of that night.
Yeah, for sure. I'll make sure you get that chain.
Yeah, so
let him wear it.
The little chain, and they gave me the little chain with a Shakur fight. I went back home. I showed them. Can I get it? Can I have it?
Yeah.
It's like, man, chill.
We gotta try to get Speed to do something for him for the kids.
Oh, he definitely will. I would have FaceTimed him yesterday, but Speed was he's flying home from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
His Europe shenanigans. They like they want me to FaceTime Kai as well. Your kids are convincing, man.
Yeah, they crazy.
Yeah. I like their energy.
Do you know either of those guys, Kai and Speed?
Yeah, because of them.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Kai just blew up his room, right? It was fake. It was fake. But yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Speed, running around trying to play football and stuff. Yeah.
Those are like the streaming goats right now. Those two. Yeah.
I'm sure your kids know who MrBeast is.
Yeah, he the #1 guy.
Yeah. He's you in YouTube.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you said it. I'm sure they keep you young. You know, like in a way, you're kind of forced to like pay attention to this like internet, like new age.
See what they doing and what's getting their attention. And it's crazy because my kids, especially my youngest, well, my second and youngest, he sit there and watch kids play with their own toys. Who does?
Just roasting him.
Ryan's toy time.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Or they watch people play the game.
Like, why don't you go play the game?
Right, like,
yeah.
what is you watching, man?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, my son, a little 1-year-old, it's so funny because he can be going crazy and don't want nobody to touch him. I got something for you, Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel, I heard she's a phenom.
And he'll be. It's like she got him hypnotized.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
all right.
I can't do that. She would have listened to her. She's on the TV, you know. But she like just, man, they get the attention from those kids, and you know they numbers just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine a grown person. I don't know how old she is, but just to be talking like a little baby and a kid and making millions, bro.
So much money. I know.
Making so much
I know.
money. Just,
Dude, that type of money will make you talk like a baby.
yeah.
Like, bro, you could get me right now. Give me 10 M's right now. She's making hella money.
I
Bro. I'll
know.
start talking like a top.
And that's
2
crazy
seconds,
because
bro.
the kids just be like, or just, you know what I mean? The kids just watching other kids play with toys.
Yeah.
It is strange. Let's put it like this. It's a strange time right now.
It's
In
definitely-
general, everywhere. The internet, politics, you know, everywhere. It is a very strange time to be alive.
Yes,
Like,
definitely.
and you're holding it down for like, yo, let's take a step back and go play with your own toys.
Mhm.
You don't need to watch them play with that toy. You have toys.
That is fascinating. You got to be careful with who you're letting them watch.
Yeah, that is
because
it.
some of them adult baby talkers are like not like do they watch Blippi?
Nah, but
Yeah, don't do that.
I had to stop him from watching Jeffy.
Jeffy,
Yeah.
so I'm not a kid myself, so I'm not familiar. Wait, well, why? What's wrong with Jeffy?
Well, you know
That dude-
Blippi.
Man, that dude was telling them the stick wet
Oh, wow.
No, you get
wet the on the plug and
What?
kill your mom and eat
Oh,
your
wait
son.
a second.
Yeah,
Jeffy needs to chill out.
don't sound
bro.
like a kids channel.
It's a puppet. It's a puppet, but it's telling the kids.
Oh, so it's like a dark comedy type thing?
Yeah,
It's the same as
stuff.
the biggest one of those was, man, I can't believe this is finally making it to Impulsive. Did you ever hear of Skibidi Toilet?
No.
Bro. Do you know what Skibidi Toilet is?
Sounds like a Blippi thing.
Bro. Skibidi Toilet is like outlawed in a lot of countries. It is it's a war between toilets that have heads coming out of them. And on the other side of the war is cameras. And bro,
No, I don't. No,
please,
I don't. Please, no,
please.
No.
This is
The
Skibidi
stuff,
Toilet.
the memes you send me on
No,
Instagram are weird enough
Dude,
as is.
Does anyone in the crowd know what Skibidi Toilet is? You do?
Of course he does. Look, he's got a bucket hat and hair down to his shoulders.
This is a big, bro. This is a big thing, and just this one thing really quick.
Where you get it from?
It's on YouTube.
No.
How do you know about
Yeah,
it?
that's what I'm saying.
Because it's big enough that you should know what it is. It's not small. They get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions.
I should
of views
know.
on,
All right.
on their videos.
All right. See, if I had a daughter, she'd tell me about. I'm done with this. Absolutely not.
Yep.
What?
Skibidi Toilet.
Bro,
Yep.
nah, back to the weird times
Yep.
thing.
He
That's
does.
where I'm going to land.
Zoom in on that
Weird.
real quick. Look at Skibidi Toilet just kicking it right now.
No.
Kids, don't watch this. Go play with your own toys. Watch Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She got my endorsement.
and she teach the kids.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Education.
What was your show? I grew up on Sesame Street.
Man,
Well, not fit. I didn't live there, but I grew up like on
my
it.
show was Dragon Ball Z.
No, come on.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I just mean what did you learn? Well, technically, you probably did learn what you do now from.
Yeah.
And I was watching Sesame Street, and now I'm the dude that lives in the garbage can. What's his name again?
Cookie Monster.
Oh, Oscar the Grouch.
Oh.
Is that who lives? Yeah. Oscar the Grouch in the garbage can.
Bro, it's the same bucket hat guy who knew that.
You know, yeah, that guy. See that guy right there? He's tapped into culture.
Yeah, you
bro.
guys will get along.
100%.
You're like-
100%.
Yeah.
all right, so do you want to go do the send off?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bro. What's on the agenda?
I'm doing a send off and then I gotta work out. Always
All right.
gotta find time to get that work in.
Yeah, absolutely. I am getting hot. It turns out.
Yeah. August 3rd, the biggest night in American boxing history. to quote the great Eddie Hearn,
Yeah.
make sure that you watch this fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Terrence, thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, such an honor, dude. I'm inspired by your humility. I don't know if I'll ever reach that myself, but it is inspiring. Someone listening will emulate what you do, and I think that's so cool. If you see him shopping in a grocery store, ask for a selfie. The guy's a legend. Terence Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this episode of Impulsive. We love you. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Peace.
Yeah.